Shooting USA is brought to you by Hornady Security and the new Ammo Cabinet. Keep your ammunition secure and organized and free up room in your gun safe with the Modular Ammo Cabinet by Hornady Security.
Welcome again to the Shooting USA YouTube channel. We're glad you're here. An interesting factoid, some of our more popular videos see as many as 75 or 80% of you are not subscribed to our channel. If you like the content you're seeing, please honor us with a subscription. And if you're interested in full-length current episodes of Shooting USA after it airs on the network, there's a link in this video's description to our Vimeo channel. Now, here's the content you came to see. There is no denying the draw and appeal of multi-gun competition. But what about for the adaptive shooter? Is it possible to make this complicated shooting sport accessible to them? Well, NRA board member Joe DeBergalis says yes. And in the short history of the AR15.com Rockcastle Pro-Am, he has made it his mission to prove the point, as he told me in last year's interview.
It is my #1 goal. I love my competitors at all certain levels, but my passion is for those who have given of themselves in defense of this country.
Joe made it clear in 2012, and he has followed through in 2013 by putting together a match that not only sets attendance records overall, but also for adaptive shooters. And fellow NRA board member Graham Hill is one of them, seeing the value of 3-gun.
What a lot of people don't know that are disabled is that you can shoot 3-gun successfully and a lot of other sports as well. Being able to show people that you can shoot a sport as technical as this out of a wheelchair or with prosthetics is a message that all these other activities, sporting clays and more traditional sports, are also accessible.
Task Force Dagger is here again, the foundation to help special operations soldiers adapt to and deal with life-altering battlefield injuries. One way they do that now is multi-gun competition. Chuck Yeary was here last year, and he's back for more.
These guys treat you like family right off the bat. Yeah, they're real great people.
Double amputee Brian McGuire is shooting along with the Task Force Dagger squad, and multi-gun is working for him.
I love it. Task Force Dagger brought me out the Blue Ridge 3-gun match here last year, and I've been just addicted to it ever since.
And that addiction has captured Junior Lee Wills as well.
I'll probably have to slow down on some of the other stuff because the 3-gun's just too addictive to not shoot.
Lee has had to endure more than 13 hand surgeries to correct a birth condition called bilateral syndactyly polydactyly, the fusing of his digits on both hands. Through years of rehab and practice, Lee is now an accomplished pistol shooter, and 3-gun is his new challenge.
The shotgun part, it gets hard because I always want to do it my way, but my way is not always the fastest. And ever since I was 4, I've been shooting rifles, so the rifle thing just kind of played in.
Chris Fleming has a little more experience with the sport of 3-gun, a carryover from his military career.
It was always 3 guns in the military, but now it was pretty significant then because it was life skills, and life saving, but now it's competitive. You got to beat the guy next to you.
And it just so happens the guy next to Chris is someone he shot with before, but never here. Smith & Wesson's Trevor Baucom is making his first attempt at 3-gun.
Shooting, man. It's the pistol stuff I've gotten the training on. I've got not a whole lot of time working the rifle and the shotgun and stuff, but it's all getting the sights lined up and squeezing the trigger.
Trevor has a special piece of equipment in his arsenal that helps with the natural terrain in the match.
But actually shooting standing up, the 3-gun stuff, that was, I can't even put it into words yet. And it kind of gave me an advantage in some spots where it actually put me up higher, let me brace on some stuff, it helped out.
But the high back of the chair did force Trevor to learn support side rifle shooting.
Even with the weekend stuff, sometimes it's just easier for me to just flip-flop and go weekend than just try to move the track chair or move my wheelchair, but it's all shooting.
It certainly is all shooting, but there is one more member of this squad, and for him, it's more than just shooting. It's about living.
In 2005, in October, I got blown up, and I lost my left hand. That's my parlor trick. and then I lost both of my legs above the knee. And I've been injured for about 8 years this October. So I've really kind of come to terms with everything. I know how to do everything. I know what I can and can't do. And now I'm just trying to show everybody else that, hey, it happens, you know? Get out there and move on, adapt and overcome. And it can be done, and you can still live a life that you want to live.
Brian Anderson's something special. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts.
You know, I mean, the guy's worse off than I am. He's out here doing it and with a smile on his face.
Things just happen. I've learned that throughout life, you know. And I've taken everything that's been thrown at me and kind of spun it my way and started living the life that I want to live. And I want to be able to show people that just because you're in a chair or you're missing limbs doesn't mean you can't live the life that you want to live.
We think that people like Brian Anderson clearly define what the NRA is about. It's an indomitable spirit. He's a true American. He's somebody that has a drive that's nonstop. He is the NRA. We're about helping those in need, we're about helping each other. And I think family is not too strong of a word to describe what we are in the shooting sports.
Well, you've made it to the end of another Shooting USA video on YouTube, and for that, we thank you. It does help the channel if you subscribe, like, and comment, and that will help us keep the content coming.